For me, fundraising, matched donation is where your employer or your company says to you, you've been a good employee, we like what you're doing with the charity works you're doing, and we want to be supportive of that. So we want to be seen as socially responsible. So what they do is, whatever money you've raised for a registered charity, and I would emphasize the word registered charity, would be matched up. Some companies would match it up to a certain limit. So it's a way of the company saying, well done for being a good employee and for the good work you're doing out there. So it's worked really well for me because I've been able to get a revelation and use this revelation in order to impact people around me, as in impact the church, and the church on its own would also impact people out there. So it's all about using what we have out there in the secular world in order to impact the things we do in church. Santander would match up to a limit of 3,500. However, I know companies that would, it's unlimited donation. So whatever you raise, there is no limit to it. And there are some companies that would go as far as matching not just what you've raised as an employee, but what your spouse has raised as well. What I have come to realize with matched donation, and I can speak for Santander, would be it's what you get involved in. Again, say if I was the main driver of, say, raising funds for Christmas lunch on Jesus. So it's what we have raised, or what I have raised with, based on the activity I've carried out. So it's not just just not me singularly, but what we've done as a team that is matched. If I was to sponsor a hamper for £25, and I was again to involve myself in the activities out there, probably could be logistics or fundraising in the church, setting up desk out there, and based on that we get a donation or a matched fund of say 3,000. So yes, I've also given the £25 for the hamper, but my company would match up to £3,000, which I've helped raise. Again, I would say do what I did. Speak to someone, because if you don't ask, you would never find out. Because I got to find out about this by accident. Saw a colleague of mine filling out a form. I was being very nosy. What are you doing? And he said, listen, I'm planning to run a marathon in order to raise money for testicular cancer, and it's a charitable organization. And I said, would this be extended to my church, my son's school? And he said, yeah, go back to your letter of employment, go back to the benefits that the company has said initially that you're entitled to, and you'll be surprised what you'll find in there. Again, companies these days are striving to be seen as socially responsible.